There are basically 3 steps to this recipe, and the first is the pastry. You'll need 1 cup and 3/4 of plain flour. Next, 2 tablespoons of icing sugar and a pinch of salt. Give that a bit of a whirl in your food processor because that sifts it for you. And then add 100 grams of chilled, diced butter and a slurp of the very best quality vanilla that you can afford. Keep that working in the food processor. You may need to add up to 2 tablespoons of iced water. You'll see that it forms into a ball, and at that stage, take it out, put it into a bowl, cover it with plastic and leave it for at least 30 minutes. Once it's rested, you'll need to roll out your pastry to about this sort of thickness. Take your pastry cutter and cut it to size, and then ease it into all the corners. My little trick is to use a bit of pastry dough just to make sure that you've pushed it into all the little nooks and crannies. Using your rolling pin, cut off the excess, and then you'll need to bake them blind. Now, you might think this is a lot of trouble, but it's really necessary because it prevents the pastry from shrinking. It's quite simple, really. Just cover your pastry with paper and then fill that up with either rice, beans, or even baking weights that you can buy. Put them in the oven at 180 degrees for 10 minutes with the rice or beans. Then take that out and put them back in to dry out for another 5 minutes. So while they're in the oven, we can make our toffee. We need 3/4 of a cup of caster sugar and about 2 tablespoons of water. Turn the heat up, but don't stir. And what you need to do is just with a wet brush, make sure there are no sugar crystals up the sides of your pan. You'll see it starting to colour around the edges. Leave it for about another minute and then pour in 1/4 cup of water very carefully because it might splash up. Now, for all my recipes, both on our website and for SA Life magazine, I try to use South Australian produce wherever possible, and I'm going to use Beerenberg's red currant jelly to finish my toffee off. 3 big teaspoons of it. Stir that in, and it'll really enrich the toffee and make it a lovely glaze. And now the last stage is to assemble them. We're just going to fill up our tart shells with some mascarpone that I flavoured with some vanilla and a little bit of icing sugar, up to your taste really how much. And then put your berries on as attractively as possible. There they go. Of course you can use other fruit like bananas or passion fruit, but look how attractive these South Australian berries are. And now the last flourish is the toffee. Arrange these on a platter, like so. And then the toffee. Spoon them on. You want a lovely quantity of toffee so that they're lovely and glossy. We're talking brunch in SA Life magazine this month, and wouldn't this make a lovely alternative to the usual fruit platter? You'll find the recipe for my toffee berry tarts and lots of other recipes on our website, salife7.com.au.